Okay, here it is, part 2. I wanted to do a official opening of the box. So here we go. Boom. And apologies for the light. And here it is. And there's nothing on the bottom. All right. I just am doing this for my own, I guess, what do you call it? I want to remember this because this is a big deal for me. Oopsie. All right. So I think I've showed you this already. We did a kind of an unboxing earlier. We have the instructions, which come with a front view, which is incredibly valuable for 3D modeling, which is one of the things I plan to do with this. We have a top view. We have numerous views. We have a bottom view, which you don't often get. A top view again, without all the signage side. So really, really valuable. This alone, I could literally make my own model of this, then 3D print it, which is the plan, is to recreate this 3D printed. I really am having a hard time opening this because it's so rare. This is quite possibly the last unopened version of this model, which okay, some models are like no big deal, but to me, I've done quite a few models, and this has to be one of the, I don't know, most influential, best models, coolest, like dream kits of my life, which probably to many is kind of a nerdy thing. I can see that. You just don't, you have to understand my love of this movie, Submarine707, and more so, love of submarines. And since I was 4 years old, I saw 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So, you know, this kit is a big deal. Opening it is a big deal. I'm sitting here having a hard time, even wanting to do this. Because I do intend to 3D print this. You know, I can do I can do it all on 3D printing on my printer, my Resin printer. So and then I think what I want to do is sell this back. I'm not sure if I can get a quality print out of my printer that replicates this satisfactorily. The problem is I'm never going to get an exact duplicate of this because 3D modeling, it's never going to be 100% unless I digitally scan this, which in order to do, I have to pull it out. So I guess I'm going to have to do this. You can see how much pain I'm having. Okay. I'm trying to think, how can I open this in the least destructive way? Well, that's nice. This is just opening super easily. I mean, you could almost reheat this whole thing if I had to. Oh, and of course, there's an internal, of course they would torture me with an internal package. Of course. I wonder, can you smell this? Oh yeah. Wow. You can smell the resin. That's impressive. This kit's 2004. This kit is from 2004, I believe. 2003. Jeez, if you don't believe me. Look. Right there. 2003. Can you see it? I can't tell if it's focusing or not. Anyway, it says 2003. That is a very old kit to have been sitting in a package for almost 20 years. Do you realize that? This kit has been sitting in a package for 20 years in some hobby shop in Japan until it ended up on eBay because it wasn't sold. Like, how does that happen to this kit that has been sold out since 2004 and has never showed up anywhere in all that time that I've ever seen? I mean, I think it showed up on one hobby site once and I was too late. I don't even remember if the guy had it or not. I know I bought the two that he did have, two or three kits that he did have from this same series, Platz, this same boxing and everything. There were only 1, 2, 3, 4 kits made from this movie by this company, and their models are the best, most detailed, most accurate. They must have been taken straight from the 3D models. So I don't know what else to say. There's that. That's open. Kind of already, right? Pop this like this, I guess. Yep. Again, remembering that this video, the intent of this video is really, it's just documentation. It's not intended to be some entertaining, you know. Oh, I wish you could smell that. Oh, it's so clean. Look at that. I just know there's a lot of people out there that probably might appreciate seeing this. There are absolutely no videos. There are no photos of this kit. That's flashing right there. Needs to be cleaned off. Yeah. I mean, geez, everything I'm touching on this thing is just shocking because it's never been, you gotta understand, it's never been, I feel like the 3D resin, the resin I can do of this will be better in terms of there won't be any flashing, you know. I mean, it's solid. I don't think there, I think this is just solid resin. So yeah, I mean, if you're a collector and you see this video and you want one of these, reach out to me on here, on this YouTube, and I will work out a, you know, a resin print for you of any size that I can do. It'll be a resin print. ABS-like plastic, I think, is what I'll use. I'm going to try it anyway, but I'll do it in whatever cast resin you, or whatever resin you want. I think you can even do rubber. Anyway, so put that over there. There's that. Okay, and then there's these. Yep. I am probably just going to leave that attached. Well, never mind. Let's just pull the Band-Aid off. I hope you're enjoying this ridiculous video. If you're as obsessive as me, you might want to watch it. Look at these tiny little blades. I feel like that is just a break waiting to happen. So yeah, I gotta get this 3D modeled, which I already do have it 3D modeled, but I don't know how detailed it is. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is. That's actually, so let's see, that goes there like that. Did I do a good job of that? And in the movie, this spins. And then there's a jet on the back, which, you know, we'll do here. Here's the jet. Look at the detail on this thing. It's insane. Let's see how well this fits. Oh, look, it's... Oh, that's interesting. See, I always wondered about this. Don't know if you can see it, but when you're 3D modeling, you can see how problems happen. See, now in the 3D model, there's this part, which is a perfect circle. And then there's this part internally, which is a perfect circle. But there's this outer lip, which never made sense, because if you have this ridge right here, which is sort of squared off, it's sort of beveled, squared off, it comes to a flat point. In order to get that, you can't transition from a circle to this without compromise. So what happens is, it looks to me like the reality is this isn't a perfect circle. And see, I wouldn't know that unless I had the kit. Even with this 3D, or with the side prints, only the kit will show me this. So in modeling, I now know, okay, well, I can give myself some forgiveness, I guess. Or I could just model it, right? Whatever. Anyway, that is just so sick. I mean, this is a jet sub driven by one pilot, and it is a beautiful thing. I mean, I hope you can appreciate it as much as I do. These are going to be interesting. I'm going to have to cut these with cutters. My little hobby cutter thingies. Oh, that's just so very beautiful. See, this doesn't spin. This part doesn't spin. Sorry. This part doesn't spin. And I love that. I just love this thing. If you haven't seen this movie, you gotta go see this movie. It's just amazing. It's an anime. Just look it up, 707, Submarine707R, and watch it. It's got some parts, but and the technology, the accuracy to reality of what a submarine actually would work like underwater is not it's not accurately reflected in this movie. So set your bar low, set your guns to stun, because you will be stunned. That was awesome. That joke was awesome. You're welcome, by the way, for that joke. So, you know, this goes here. I mean, God, so many years I've waited. I have wanted this kit for, I kid you not, since 2010. When I first saw this movie, 5 years after it was too late to buy half this stuff. And, yeah, what is this? Some of this stuff is just, I think some of this stuff I'm just going to leave in here for now. I'm going to put this one, well, I'll put these back in here for now. Anyway, that is the kit. I hope you enjoyed it. To give you one last look here at this beautiful thing. That's about how big it is. Again, if I resin print it, it can be any size within reason that my printer will print, which I think I could probably do. At this size, I could probably print it, you know, wide as, you know, it could be huge. If you were going to do it that big, I would imagine you would want it to be, I just love this right here. Like, see, I can see these details right here that are deep, how cut they are. And all of this stuff is going to allow me, I'm going to try and do a 3D scan of this, see how that turns out. All right, thanks, bye.